Welcome back to Wake Up America. I'm Alison Maloni. Let's take a look at business headlines with our Money Men, business and markets analyst and Newsmax contributor Seth Denson, and America's accounting professor at Montclair State University, Dan Geltrude. Gentlemen, all right, let's get through this. Seth, markets all ending up yesterday. The Dow Jones taking a healthy hop, rising nearly 90 points. The NASDAQ and S&P also moving forward for the week. Stocks at record highs with the market notching its best month of the year despite big tech earnings misses. All right, Seth, what do you think?
No, listen, it's still earnings season. Earnings, by and large, if you look across these companies, is up. That's a big positive. That's because there's so much money out there and disposable. So I think that we're all in for a good overall market once all these earnings finish up over the next week.
Yeah, all right. Speaking of money, Dan, consumer prices picking up speed in September, outpacing the last 30 years. Workers also seeing the biggest pay bumps in at least 2 decades. Government data also showing consumer spending rising last month despite the expiration of enhanced unemployment benefits. Dan, I thought, people would slow down because they either had to go back to work or had to find a job, but it doesn't look like that.
Well, let me start off by saying workers are literally in quicksand here. Even though wages are going up, inflation is way outpacing wage inflation. So what that tells me is right now, people have been holding on to cash for a while, and now they are really starting to spend more and more. How long this will last? Let's wait and see as to how long that money supply will last.
Yeah, and then, we're getting into the holidays, so we'll see. Seth, Microsoft taking back the crown, now the most valuable company in the U.S. with a muscle market cap hitting $2.49 trillion. That's slamming Apple right in the core, slicing it out of the top spot. Apple ended Friday with a market cap of just $2.46 trillion. So that's interesting to me because Apple, I feel like, has always dominated.
Well, there's a lot at play here, Allison, and one of those things is this continuance where people are working from home. Microsoft has a lot of resources there that businesses are now tapping into to help expand that. But listen, I've always been a fan of stocks that pay dividends. Microsoft is 66 cents a share. Apple's only 22. I always say this, you don't have an asset until you liquidate it or it's paying you a dividend. Microsoft gets my money.
Makes sense. All right. Dan, Patagonia, they're giving Facebook the boot, the winter wear giant, pulling their ads from the social media giant and urging other companies to do the same. Patagonia calling on Facebook to, quote, prioritize people and the planet over profit. So, Dan, these businesses, right, they rely a ton on social media advertising. Does this surprise you?
Well, I'm kind of torn here on this one because there's a side of me that says, oh, Patagonia doesn't like something. Oh, you use the power of the purse strings and say we're not advertising it on Facebook anymore. I'm okay with that. At the same time, I don't like their reasoning. Why would they be saying to a public company like Facebook that has shareholders that expect profits to say, listen, you need to put people in front of profits? That doesn't work in a capitalist structure. So I'm really torn on where Patagonia is on that position.
Yeah, I wonder if they think they just have such a powerful brand that they don't need to do any advertising. But when you get out of people's eyes, they forget about you. Seth, taking a look at Uber or Lyft. All right, let's be prepared. We're going to dig a little deeper. Both suffering from a shortage of drivers, which of course means higher prices. Drivers expected to get back behind the wheel when extended unemployment benefits ran out, but they're apparently taking their time to hit the road. I came into New York last night. It took me, I couldn't even find a cab, but it took me a while to get an Uber.
Yeah, this is a continuing problem. You also have increase in fuel prices that people aren't talking about that impacts this. These drivers have to buy that fuel that goes into their cars. So there's a lot going on here. You mentioned incomes at the very beginning. Actual income across the country is down 1% while wages are up only 0.6. That's not a delta we can afford for long. It won't be long, though, till these Uber and Lyft drivers are back out there and we can all check on that app. But beware. I went the other day. I had a $20 Uber. By the time I clicked it, it jumped to $40. That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, final question. We got about
afford that. That's no big deal.
All right, we got 10 seconds. This is the most important question of the segment. Favorite Halloween candy, Dan?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Okay, Seth?
Candy corn.
What'd you say?
Candy corn.
You're on the candy corn train? Oh my God.
Team candy corn.
All right, well, okay. Well, we know Rob will love you for that. All right, Seth Denson, Dan Geltrude, thanks so much. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Allison.
Thanks, Allie.
Okay, Tom?
Those guys are great. Candy corn. I can't believe that, Seth.
I know.
All right. Thanks, Alison.